Welcome to Virtually One. My name is Paula Reeder. This meditational tool strives to help you to center yourself, to recall and renew your relationship with yourself, others, and the spiritual. Our time together will include a short reflection from a spiritual guide, followed by a time for self-meditation. Don't worry, you will be guided along every step of the path, so let's get started. Today we reflect on the words of Sister Doris Klein, called Discernment, from her book called Journey of the Soul. She writes, "At one time or another, we have all stood in the awkward, messy, in-between places. We're faced with decisions and choices that we long for clarity. In that place, we attempt to find answers by putting situations in opposing positions, as if we could simply say, this is the right way or that is the wrong way. Rather, we are challenged to be faithful to the process of holding the larger truth while listening to the voice of integrity within. Too often we slip into the dualistic belief that there is a distinct either-or way of splitting complex choices into two opposing ideas. The comparative stance finds us believing that one excludes the other, assuming an all-or-nothing attitude that traps within the information we really need for discernment. We construct airtight components into which we nearly try to isolate all the pieces of information, hoping that the structure will clarify the decision. When trying to make difficult choices, we often begin by gathering factual information and making lists to substantiate the advantage of one alternative over the other. In addition, we seek input from the authorities around us, certain that the trusted and respected others will tell us what to do or at least affirm our choice. So often in the process, we fail or perhaps fear to trust the wisdom of our own intuition. Discernment is an invitation to be attentive to the voices of our deep inner knowing. It demands time to quiet the outer noise and listen to our heart and our body, which when we walk in integrity, we will tell the truth, even a truth we may not want to hear. To listen within, we must breathe into the sacred connection we have with the Holy One, asking to be still and attentive. The process demands a discipline as we respectfully quiet the thoughts, judgments, and fears that bubble so quickly in our minds. Gently but firmly, as if guiding a young child, we must hush the hounding of our head and descend into the caves of our heart. This place of knowing speaks a language that is often wordless. As we sit with our options, we will find that images and feelings unfold, bringing us valid information. What do I feel in my body when I hold each choice? What are the emotions that wash through me? If I could really do what I wanted, what would that be like? What image comes to my mind as I picture myself in the various options? As we ask our own questions, whatever they may be, we slowly pull aside the debris that traps our energy and insight here in this in-between place. In the end, we may uncover choices or answers that we would rather deny, running from what we know is true. Perhaps we had hoped for a different solution, something easier, something more pleasant, something less disruptive of our life or the lives of those around us. Acting with integrity demands courage as we ask to be faithful to the truth we have minded in the deep discovery, praying to act wisely and walk mindfully along this ever unfolding path. As we now prepare to move into our meditation, Let us find a place where we will be undisturbed for a period of time. Feel free to sit cross-legged on a cushion or in a chair with your feet flat on the floor. Whatever your sitting position, make sure your back is straight but not too tense. Imagine a string from your tailbone pulling all the way up the spine to the highest point in your head. Softly close your eyes and begin to breathe. Slowly and deeply, with your hands rested either with palms up to receive or palms down to feel grounded. Breathe. Your mind should follow the path of the breath, going in and out of your nose. If you notice your mind drifting off, simply bring it back into your breath. Be the observer of your thoughts, but don't engage in them. The goal is to enter the gap, the space where you are aware of yourself and what is around you, but your mind is not actually thinking anything. This awareness is your consciousness. It's your soul. Don't worry about the time. I will mind the time and let you know when our meditation has ended. It is now time to focus again on your breathing, becoming aware of the space around you. When you are ready, open your eyes. A few words to remember in your week ahead. We must not limit the term discernment to those major life choices, forgetting the daily decisions that invite and challenge us to be attentive to the voice within, mindful of the multiple times we strive to hear the call of the holy. We ask simply to be attentive to the many ways God speaks as we slowly and patiently listen with our whole being for the whisper that leads us. And as we close, remember that alone we can do so little, but together we can do so much. Peace be with you.